All right, the last thing I want to do with our playlist in this series is go out and make there be a nice little animation when I sort items. And that's actually going to be really simple to do. The first step is we're going to go in our playlist SCSS, and we're going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to add another class here. I'm going to say .moving. So that's another class that we can kind of attach onto. And with that, I'm going to go up and jump back into our playlist, our list component, and I'm going to scroll down to our move item. So what I want to accomplish is I want it to kind of slide into place. And that's really easy to do. First thing I need to do is get the current position. So I'm going to say const from position, or how about, actually I need the offset type. So from offset top equals from comp element at 0 dot offset top. And remember the bracket 0 on a jQuery element will return the native DOM element. And then I'll say let distance equals 0. Then on toComp, what I'll do is say const to offset top equals toComp element at 0 offset top. And then I'll say, after we do the after, I'll go ahead and say distance equals from offset top minus to offset top. And then I'll say if to offset top is smaller than from offset top, then distance minus equals from height. So it's going to be from comp dot element dot height. So this is going to be the distance that this is going to be the offset. Basically, this distance represents the amount of pixels that we need to offset the item with in order to slide it into place, or the difference between where it's going and where it's from, basically. Otherwise, if we just have to prepend it on, then the distance is simply going to be the from offset top. Then finally, I'm going to say from comp dot element. Then I'm going to animate it. I'm going to add class moving. I'm going to do CSS is top is distance, and then I'm going to say animate top to 0. Now remember, the moving class has the position relative set on it. And I'll do this for 250 milliseconds, and then I'll go ahead and do a callback, and I'll say, when we're done with the animation, we'll say from comp element remove class moving, and then I'll also say CSS top is empty string, and that'll clear out top from being set by jQuery. So I'll go ahead and format my code, and with that, we should have a nice little animation. So let's come back here and refresh, and log in, and see if our animation works. And our animation does indeed work. So now we have a really nice little slide in there. That's really important, especially when you have multiple clients. So let's say I had like 2 clients connected at the same time, right? And one of the clients moves something. It's really important to have that moving animation in there, because it makes it a lot more obvious for other people watching the stream that an element is being moved. And same with delete. And of course, same with add. If I were to add in an element here, we can now easily see it being added in from both clients. And with that, I think that wraps up the playlist. So you guys can see the playlist. We have a bunch of different components. We have our toolbar, we have our Chrome, we have our context menu. We can perform a bunch of actions. We can move things, we can delete things, we can set things as the currently playing item. A lot going on in the playlist. So I know this was the most complicated component in this series, but it just by its nature, it is complicated. So I hope you guys enjoyed the playlist. At that, I think it's time to move on to the final component, and that is the player. And we'll see you guys then.